The Tsar and the Amazing Cow by J. Patrick Lewis. An old couple living in Russia are living in despair because they lost their three daughters. One day, the cow talks to the old man and she tells him to drink her milk because it is now filled with magic. He takes the milk to his wife and they drink it. The next morning, they wake up and they are young again. The Tsar finds out and tells them to go to St. Petersburg and bring the cow with them. On the way to St. Petersburg, the cow tells the woman to throw the yellow cloth into a cemetery, a red cloth into the lake, and a green cloth into the woods. They arrive at the Tsar's palace, and he says he will give them a new house, land, money, and clothes if they give him the cow. He drinks a cup of the milk and becomes young, but because he wants to be younger, he drinks another and another and another until he disappears. That happens to more people, and eventually the great-great-grandfather of the Tsar comes and kicks the couple out. On their way home, the couple finds a miraculous sight. They see their three daughters in the places that they threw the pieces of cloth in, and they went home and they lived happily ever after. The theme of the story is that greed can ruin you and hurt you, and it will always lead to a downfall. This is shown in the story when the Tsar drinks the milk and he becomes young. But because of his greed, he drinks another and another until he eventually disappears. But greed drove him to drink too much of the magic milk. He drank another bowlful, then another, then another. Another quote that supports the theme is, "Poof, he was gone. 2, 3, 4 generations swept away in a minute." Even when the people around him saw that he was gone, their greed was consuming them, and they drank more milk until they also eventually disappeared. Another theme in the story is that anger will drive you to say things that you don't mean and that you will regret later. For example, when the Tsar doesn't get what he wants, he says to the couple, "Bring the beasts here or I will have your heads."
Created using Powtoon.